Hey guys, I'm just posting to my Discord and then I'll get going. Okay, there we go. What's the plan for today? Good question. I thought that as wait for more people to join, I guess that's how people do it. I thought I was going to do some PvP, but I see I've already done that, so let's go do some events instead. I haven't cleared a few things here, so I guess we'll start with that. Good to see so many people join. Like, first time you do this, you're a bit unsure how many people will actually come. But yeah, let me know what you think. I know people have talked about, yeah, I should point like that, have talked about the feed being pretty dark, would like it to get brighter, and I spent half an hour trying to find it, but yeah, I couldn't do it. One thing we'll do this stream is try a new smoker team, this one. I'll wait a bit for that though. This team is made by a great team builder called Akainu. So I'll just use this to beat this quest here. And I will say that this team is quite amazing. Like, I'll talk about it more when we get into that, but I'm a bit of an OPTC nerd, so whenever anybody makes a cool new team, I get excited. Just before this stream, Nitro Sage, a very good friend of mine, I have a great team builder, especially for Grand Voyage, made 2 new teams for level 5 Luffy 2, the one with Arlong. So I'm going to watch those when I've ended the stream later. In the future, probably in your stream program, yeah. That's a good point. I didn't open the Elgato hardware. Maybe you can do some changes there. I'll look into that ahead of my next stream. Dark background, not sure. Well, I'm not going to say you're wrong because I am clueless to streaming. This is like my first time in a long time. Back in the day, I used to do some speed runs. I speedran Pokemon Yellow, and I speedran an old Nintendo game called Mysterious Murasame Castle. So yeah, I've done streaming before, but there was basically nobody watching, so not quite the same thing. So just need to get started and trying to get used to it. You might wonder why I'm not using a CC farm team for this quest, and the main reason is that I'm lazy. I don't know, like, I so rarely need to use the CC farm team, and I also have an issue with my space filling up wherever you should put it. So basically every time I have to re-download the game, all my save teams goes away, so I can't be bothered to keep adding the CC farm team. So I hope I have enough CC until next anniversary, because that's usually when I go hard and farm cotton candy. So I'm happy I farmed so much that I don't have to farm it, because there's so much else I need to farm. Like, I thought I'd end the stream today just chilling and doing some Hime farm, because I need to do that too. And yeah, hi Turbo watching. It's good to hear that you think you can enjoy it, Alien. I will say that I will try and remember the people who are regulars, but I will warn you that I am awful with names. I'm very forgetful. I guess I can do this too. I haven't done the trial quest. Let's see if it's a pretty standard one. I don't really remember what the rare recruits do. I know they have some kind of built-in double special you can do. Oh, it's just one stage, okay. I think the idea is that you 2-turn this stage. Yeah, the spear, which we can remove with the super type. And yeah, I guess we use the ones we can use, so remove the spear. use Luffy, use Shanks, and then I guess we do some damage. Nothing more we can use. Let's do the super tandem, I guess. What's optimal? I guess something like this. I think we need 3, so I guess we do this order. Oh, that's not a lot of damage we could do. Okay. So we're over here to set up this one. And also, thanks for saying it's a cool design. I made this layout myself. Well, I basically combined 2 preset layouts from Canvas, but I think it worked out okay. I looked into adding like a chat feed on it, but you need to use stuff like Streamlabs, and I'm like, one step at a time. So, and hey, hello there, Giannis. I need to remember to say hello to people. I'm so not used to this. Okay, no damage limiter now, so I guess we can go ham. Yeah. Not really sure how to do this optimally, but... let's just try and use everything, I guess. One very specific thing with this batch is that they both can let you use the Luffy and Shanks, which is not that easy, since Luffy and Shanks get their specials back from different classes, so they've been very careful with the classes they give these units. Okay, let's try this again. I think we start with Chopper, that's probably more optimal. Bad. But that was not a lot of damage. And now we don't have any buffs left. That's pretty interesting. I like to try and do enough damage for that, but then again, I don't know if I feel like that's the most interesting content. So yeah, I think I'll stick to the plan I had. I didn't even plan to do that. So, with that said, I guess we jump into the Grand Voyage. I'll happily talk about this team. It's really cool. It's against Smoker. I did some testing with it earlier this morning. And yeah, it's just one of those big brain teams. Are you even supposed to kill her there? I just presume you should be able to kill. Like, I've not tried a trial quest where you can't kill, but if nobody's been able to do it, I will be happy to try and figure it out. But maybe they've done it not possible. Like, I felt like the damage there was very low, so not sure really. I probably messed up the special order or such, but again, on the list of my priorities, that's pretty low. But yeah, let's see if I can find a team. Oh, it was there. Okay, here it is. So this is a super big brain team by Akainu. It actually uses 2 units that haven't been used before against level 5 Smoker. It uses this Khalifa, which I find hilarious, but it's actually incredible that we have a unit like her that just fills this role perfectly. At first I was very skeptical of her because I look like a silly special, reduces paralysis, sure that's good for stage 2. But other than that I didn't see anything special. But I forgot that she had this Lucci support. Hello there, Fakru. If you check the Jape reveal video, they show how you beat it. Yeah, that's true, Gyosu. So, yeah, I might look at that later, but like, if a puzzle is already solved, I don't care to copy it for the sake of it. But if I do beat it, I'll try and beat it myself, but not for this stream. I don't think that's interesting enough. But yeah, this support I can be put on all of the CP9, and it actually removes 2 turns of burn. I had totally forgotten about this support. Like when I first saw it, I thought, oh yeah, you're using it for attack down, but I forgot it removed the burn too. And removing burn is a big thing. That's one of the ways they force you to use the chopper. And most teams remove burn, otherwise it's rough. Take damage from it. And like, I made a team that doesn't remove burn, and then you have to hit greats, but that's a very weird team. In general, this team is a lot better. But like almost every team against this Grand Voyage, it does have the Boa and Katakuri, and both need to be fully level limit broken. One very big brain play too here is the use of Beppo. That was a really good call, because one issue with making new teams is that you need something to make slots favorable stage 4, otherwise you're screwed stage 5. So Beppo was a great call for that. But yeah, let's talk a bit more when trying it. And I have used JINBE against this Grand Voyage before. I think it was against level 3. So I knew he was good, but I didn't see the potential for using him against level 5. So it's always good to see new teams being made. Like, I always get a bit salty when someone makes a new team for this content. But like, in the end of the day, it's mostly respect, but I always think like I could have figured that out before. One issue I have with that is that with both work life and recording videos daily, the time to spend hours trying out ideas is lower. But now with me very soon not working Fridays, that does open up a bit more opportunity for that. So as you see there, the support does remove burn. Hello there, Korean name. I sadly can't read Korean. I'm actually fluent in Japanese though, but I doubt we get any Japanese people stopping by here. And thank you for enjoying me. It's still weird for me to think that people can be my fan. I don't really have that perception of myself. But yeah, we have JINBE here. As you see, we didn't take any damage from Buggy's big hit here, thanks to JINBE's captain ability. We're actually going to use JINBE's superclass here right away. And this superclass will give us a damage reduction. One cool thing with this team is that we haven't removed the recovery bind. And usually this is a big issue, but I'm starting to see ways to avoid it as well. In this team we avoid it by not having burn and not taking damage here right away. But even without JINBE, you can just use resilience sockets and wait for the recovery bind to go away naturally. So there might be room to make even more teams later. Will I stream my GP run? Not this time. It's actually my brother's birthday today, so after this stream I'm going to go home and celebrate him, not think too much about OPTC, and sometime before bed I'm going to do some grand party, do my final battles. But yeah, let's just do this then. We used JINBE, get some superclass for fighters for extra damage. We're going to use Sanji. This will have. Then when we use Boa, we will start getting back Sanji's special. I want to say again, I have not made this team, it's made by Aka Inu. I think giving proper credit is important. And I'm still not sure if I'll even upload this team. I'll have to get his okay first, but I figured streaming and uploading, it's a bit different, so I sold that account. No idea what you mean by that, but I'm not a big fan of buying and selling accounts, and it is against the rules, so in general I don't talk too much about stuff like that. What we need to do now is to hit less than a good on this guy, and then manual tap to the other mob, and then manually tap to Buggy. So first part is not the easiest. Let's see if I can get it. Okay, I messed up the first time. Usually when I do weird stuff like this, I need to do it a few times to get into it. But thankfully this is right away, so you can just restart. Let's try again. It's actually a bit lenient. The hardest part is that very first swap, since Khalifa doesn't have a long attack animation. But once you get to JINBE, he is very slow, which is usually bad, but In this case, it gives you a lot of time to manually swap to buggy. But yeah, this is also very high investment. The kill here is very tight. It's the first team I made where you only hit buggy with 4 units, so we do some good damage. Production for New Year's? You mean if I'll stream my pools? I'll try and make it happen. It might not be a long stream if I stream my New Year pools, since I'll probably be at home. And at home I usually don't have a lot of privacy. I have a lot of privacy here. This is like our secondary house. But yeah, I'll definitely aim to stream New Year, either by being here or by just doing a short stream for my pools and then uploading them to YouTube and such. It's 2 months left, so I haven't really decided yet. And hello there, Kev Krieger. I'm good. Still trying to get used to streaming. I'm trying out Grand Voyage level 5 Smoker team by Akainu. Let's do it again. I also don't have my iPad in the most comfortable position here. So I need, like, I'm still not really feeling natural while playing. I'm not used to playing and talking, so it's going to take a while for me to get used to this. Okay, let's try again. Okay, we nailed it. There we go. Congrats for the live stream. Well, thank you. Well, this was actually a big... Do you need maximum poison sockets? Thanks for reminding me. I don't think I've looked at my sockets. It's possible we will die due to not having them. If this round fails, I'll take a look at my sockets. But yes, this is a poison socket team. Now, we need to get rid of all of the tandem orbs, which is not too bad. One thing I noticed is that if you, by RNG, get more tandem orbs, then you're in a tough position, so there is some RNG here. Good to hear, Genario. I wonder how many people are actually looking. I don't think I can see it here. I can look at my mobile. I'm just a bit curious, like, I have no expectations for how many people will look. $58 people. That's very surprising. Thank you so much. Now, did not expect that, but I very much appreciate it. Let's focus now. We got some... Oh, I didn't focus. I need to get some super bombs. 58 people. Yeah, that's great. We actually need to stop the run here. We need at least 3 super bomb. And I've tried this. I know we need that. But before next run, let's just double check the sockets. I forgot to check that. See, again, this is just a team I'm using for the stream. I'm not going to upload it yet. I only upload teams made by other people if they give permission for it. But as said, yeah, I need to max my poison sockets. I didn't even have resilience. Like, I'm not going to finish the run, probably. I'm happy if I get to final stage, but we'll give resilience sockets too. So, I'll do it for Khalifa and for JINBE. Okay. How many meat do I have? I can show you. I have quite a bit. Despite having a lot of meat, I actually use gems a lot when I refill my stamina, so they do end up stacking a lot. Let's just use this one. I'm going to take 2 sockets here anyway. If I plan to do more streams, Kev Krieger, yes, I plan to stream at least once a week. I haven't really decided if I'll make a schedule or not. I am removing these because they are useful for this Grand Voyage. I probably don't need damage reduction. I don't really need the spear, but I'll keep it. I'll take the... Oh, I can take both. Poison resilience. There we go. That's good enough. It looks awful, but I'll just change him if I ever want to use her for something else. Since I have Max Khalifa now due to this team, maybe I'll do some showcase with her, since she's a bit better now with the Limerick expansion. JINBE. Just going to give him resilience sockets. Like, maybe we get lucky. And finish the run. Not like I have to finish it, but... there we go. And let's all like this. Like, that's up to you guys. You might have noticed, but I never ask for likes or subscriptions or anything. Like, I trust that people who like what they see show it. Basically like that. I don't want to encourage people. Oh, I thought I could actually level up JINBE a little more. Let's do that. I actually didn't know that I had pulled a third JINBE. Like, when you pull a lot like I usually do, it's not easy to forget some things. That's why I usually expand units right away. Oh, there we go. Hi Chow, I will study Japanese at university, but I'm far from being fluent. Do you recommend getting a JINBE certification, or that I don't really use it in my actual job? That's a great question. I do not have a JINBE certification because I never plan to use Japanese for my work. So that's up to you in the end. Like, I've never felt like I need proof of my Japanese. And I probably wouldn't do that great on the test now. Like, if it's reading, I'm doing great, but if I have to write and such, then I'd be awful. So, yeah. How can I have so many rainbow games? Well, a lot of people ask this, so let's go through that. But there is this thing called chop. I know I'm sounding pretentious now, but I am a sarcastic kind of guy. But yes, I don't have a secret for getting games, I buy them. So you see, I don't have the 300 rainbow game deals. I usually always buy them, because if I buy them now, I don't have to buy bad packs later. And I always buy the Kisna packs, but apart from that, I have not bought anything. And hello there, Lucas. How to remind? Yeah, you're thinking about liking. Yeah, I get the reminding thing, but in the end, I am a Swedish guy, and even if I am more outspoken than a lot of them, it just feels weird to ask for stuff like that. But maybe you're right once I get more into it. Oh yeah, my meats. Here's my meats, so I'm pretty good with them. Meat is very good, of course, both for Pirate King Adventures and the Blitz. I'm going to chill a bit for this Blitz, but will be nice for the future. And I'm also the kind of person who's trying to think forward about, like, a year from now. Maybe I don't want to spend, then I've laid some groundwork here, like having this when I don't want to spend a lot, that will be great. Stuff like that is how I try and think. Hello there, Mohammed. Oh, what's the story of your YouTube Discord avatar? I can actually go through that. How long do I plan to stream today? Max 2 hours. I doubt we'll get to 2 hours. I need to get home for my brother's birthday, as said. But as for my avatar story, you're thinking about the anime girl with the Mario hat, yes. Basically, back in the day, I was a prominent follower of Twitch Plays Pokemon. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have been a part of that at some point, probably in the OG Red Run. But you might not know that it continued after that. And I was a big community member during a lot of those future ones. I was one of those called chat leaders. I tried to encourage people to achieve certain things in the Twitch Plays Pokemon runs. And then when we did a run of a Toho game, me and a few others, like a big part of Twitch Plays Pokemon was the chaos of it, and we noticed a way to make the game reset. So we made a game reset and tried to make a new game file because we assumed everything was saved. But then the guy called Streamer, the guy in charge of it, he was some random guy from Australia that we never got to know. He basically caught wind of it and he banned me and the other guy. And it was like the first time a prominent member of the community got banned. So there was a big outcry, and people even went to the name changer, got a party member changed to my name. Then I got unbanned, and we kept playing the game. And then in the Elite Four, my character in the game and ended up sweeping the final round, like the final boss killed all units. It was a great moment. But yeah, that's basically how I became a thing. And someone on the Twitch Plays Pokemon Reddit subreddit at the time made fan art with that picture, and I was like, nobody's ever going to do fan art of me again, so I'm going to own this. So I've just decided to always use that as my avatar. So that's the story of that. It's a story I like a lot. I have a lot of Twitch Plays Pokemon stories. It's actually a pretty big part of my life before OPTC. Hello there, HCN. Tolga asked of his questions. I'm probably missing stuff. Oh, here is his question. Hey Chauzu, should I wait with my Grand Party matches to the end or do them at the beginning? That's a very good question. I've actually thought about that recently too. I've seen some people on Discord say that if they go right away, they usually get pretty lucky. But I've also heard people say that if they wait, they get lucky. So what I've been doing is I've waited like 8-9 hours after the reset to play, and I've got decently lucky, so I don't know the correct answer. Thank you, Darktooth. Welcome. Ever thought of making a tier list? I'm going to reveal this here now, since you mentioned tier list, because I personally have zero interest in a tier list, and I've been thinking what could make me make a tier list, and I've decided for myself that if I do a tier list like Toadski or Stump or something, then I will probably lock it behind like a paid subscription or a Patreon or something. It's probably not something I'll do this year, but that's like an incentive I have in mind for the future, since that's a specific content that some people want that I don't really want to make. So if I do make it, then I feel a lot better if knowing that the people who want it at least give a bit back to me. And that's basically my fault. But I have no real interest in making it just for the community, since I personally don't think it has any community value for myself. And yeah, I'll say that Subconscious tier list videos are the best, but I also think they are very flawed, but I think all tier lists are flawed. Yeah, I was very involved with Twitch Plays Pokemon. I think we've talked about enough about it now, but I'm happily to return to that another stream. Hello there, Silver8, welcome. For all those tuning now, I was actually in the middle of trying out a new Grand Voyage Smoker team that Akaino made, so let's go back to that. I'm now fixed my sockets. And I just want to nerd a bit about the brilliance of this team. Like, sometimes like people come up with stuff and it's like, oh, that's so obvious. I don't think this was obvious, but it's such a great idea, this team in overall. Like, it's a perfect solution to a very complex puzzle. But yeah, sockets are fixed. Let's get into it. I just talked a bit about tier list, but as said, probably not this year. And if I do make a tier list, I'll make it behind a paywall, basically. Hello there, Paulo. How can I have so many gems? Well, I just talked about it, but when you don't pool, you automatically get a lot of gems. We're talking about at least 300 gems per month. The German community keeps track of it. I don't know the exact numbers now. But I also buy every single Kisna gem for the Kisna potions, and I buy every single 300 gem pack. So add all that together, all the gems we get in a month, all the Kisna gem packs, all of the 300 gem packs, well, it ends up stacking up. Gyosue, about the subscription service stuff, I've been thinking a bit about that, but like, let's be real, OPTC doesn't have a lot of new content all of the time, and I like to revisit old content. So definitely if I do end up making some kind of paid service using Patreon or YouTube, so anything, then I definitely make a benefit that people can request certain stuff. Because in the end, like, that means content for me I can upload as well. 500 average for 2023, that doesn't surprise me. We get a lot more gems now. It's one of the things that people don't really give credit for. My theory about that is the fact that most people just pull, and when you just pull all the time, it doesn't feel like you have a lot, but we do get a lot of games. And it also involves having to play, and a lot of the people complaining don't actually play the game. They just pull. To be a bit disrespectful, but you know I have my hot takes, so of course I'm going to bring them to the stream too. I'm always going to have some form of familiar friendliness to it, but I'm not going to be afraid to say what I think about stuff. Okay, let's see if I still can do this. Khalifa into JINBE. And then Katakuri. Okay, nailed it. Okay, now I need to keep in mind what we get here. I need 3 Super Bomb Orbs, otherwise I have to reset. Team building service, yeah. Okay, let's take this guy out. Okay, let's see now what orbs we get. I need 3 Super Bomb, otherwise we reset the game. Reset. Should have deleted all of that. Thankfully, nothing inappropriate. Not that I have a lot of inappropriate stuff here. One of the things I have to get used to now when I actually stream and people can check my stream. Rigged center system. I'd say that one part of having good pools, which I will probably feel at New Year, is that the less you pool, the more likely you are to get good pools, because much more of the pool of units you're pulling you don't own, and you have a lot of bigger chance of getting new stuff. So that's one of the things I look forward to with actually starting to pull again soon, that I can get new stuff, and I do feel like I will try and do these pulley hatches more often now. Oh. Pretty lucky. Not sure if you can, like now you have Khalifa and Katakuri, I'm not sure if that works, but we'll roll with it. So yeah, as you saw, Chopper Support removed 1 turn of paralysis. Cracker removes all of the chain down stuff. Use JINBE here because the damage is pretty tight. I have a theory though if you can save JINBE for later, which might make final stage easier. But I am showing the team as designed by Akainu. Let me just look at some comments. Only doing discount on Rumble and TM. Like PvP has the best Sugos, like hands down. Great step, like the first 5 steps in PvP are always really good. Alien, what do you think about the Korean people that were banned and that Bandai has unbanned recently? Well, I made a video about that, so I made my stance clear there. Personally, I'm not against unbanning people and giving them second chances. My main issue is that it's a horrible double standard, because we have people who have been account locked, or whatever it's called. They can't change their Ys, so they have a hard time with that, and they've been asking for also getting unbanned from that, and Bandai basically tells them that stop asking, we won't unban you. And they basically done nothing worse than the Koreans done. Like what the Koreans done is basically stealing money. So it can't get much worse than that. So them getting second chances at all is very surprising. Like that's like the big no-no of gacha games, like trying to cheat the system with money somehow. But yeah, they did. Hello there, Giacomo. Happy to see Italians here. Have you thought about doing a mentorship program? No, not really. But as I said, maybe if I do like a Patreon or YouTube stuff where you pay, maybe I've had some benefits that people can request certain stuff. I haven't decided yet, we'll see. I don't know if there's been any updates to the Korean situation. I know I've read that it's official now that they've been unbanned. They also aren't like red named in game, and they can appear on rankings, and to me that's noteworthy. Like, it's incredible that I can understand getting unbanned, but getting let back into rankings and such after that, not sure about that, but yeah, OPTC does what they do. Let's see if we can do enough damage now. Going to end on Boa. Yeah, I'm going to end on Boa. So that should be fine. So start with the top row. Go. Okay, I never made it past this point because in my last attempt where I got here when I played offline, I had Katakuri and Khalifa swaps. I couldn't use Katakuri special, and then I was like, I'll continue on stream later. But yeah, Mr. Tree support, I presume he's required. I haven't tested it yet, but I imagine the HP would be tight. The recovery bind is back now, so we can actually get some HP back. But yeah, here's the big brain part of this team. It's using Katakuri this stage. I hadn't even considered this possibility. It's a great idea. Because what happens is that we get extra damage this stage to let us actually kill the stage. And next stage we will get Katakuri's 2-turn attack boost. And that 2-turn attack boost can be combined with the Sanji. So this way we get the 3-turn attack boost we need. It's just, in retrospect, very obvious team build, but someone has to come up with the idea, and Akahino did, so yeah, that's just great. I think Subconscious will quit next. Well, I don't want to speculate about that, but it's pretty clear he's not really enjoying the game a lot. I'd hope he enjoys making his Grand Voyage teams, because at least to me that's the most fun part of the game, and he is able to make a lot more creative stuff than me usually. And like, even when I make a new Grand Voyage team, like, it's the best feeling. Like, that's like pure ecstasy. Like, I don't really drink alcohol or stuff like that, but I can imagine like you get such a high basically when doing it. So I hope he feels the same, but I can't really know myself. Okay, let's see here what order we tap in. I presume we want to get rid of the Super Bomb Orbs. So we start with Boa, I guess. Wow, I couldn't kill. Surprising. Let me check the notes that Akahino posted. Stage 3 just says Kata special. Could I have done that different? I guess what I can try to do is to get Boa and Sanji Super Bomb Orbs. I guess we'll try that next. So Sanji and Boa Super Bomb. You can also try for everybody to have Super Bomb. That should make it safer, but let's try Sanji and Boa at least and see how that goes. Yes, Asian guy was still playing when I was playing. I had some interaction with him on Discord, can't say I cared much for the guy. But I'm happy he enjoys what he's doing now. Grand Voyage, very cool. I love Grand Voyage, but I agree that at least level 5, mainly for whales. But the important thing with Grand Voyage is to adapt your goal to what is realistic. Like, for example, we can take Grand Voyage Arlong, for example. Like in Grand Voyage Arlong, you basically have to... like, making level 5 teams obviously out of the question for a lot of people, and making new teams also out of the question. Like, we made 2 teams for Grand Voyage Arlong so far. Forest is making a 3rd right now. He just needs to get the luck, so it will probably get uploaded soon. It's a Katakuri and Avent Friend Captain team. But basically super restrictive, but I've had a ton of fun with Grand Voyage Arlong against level 3. So you just adapt. Like if you can't beat level 5, try and beat level 3, sometimes 4, usually 4 or 5 doesn't matter. And if you can't beat level 3, try and beat level 1 or level 2. And I know some people will say like, it's not worth beating level 2, save the stamina for when you can beat level 5. But for me it's about the fun in building teams. And obviously you don't have to actually beat it. You can do like I often do, like beat the run, restart the game, don't continue, keep the 0 stam, but it's just fun building teams and coming up with stuff. And I recommend if you make something cool, share it to other people. Feel free to come to my Discord and just post a picture. But if you post teams you made are cool, at least in my Discord you will never get snarky comments. People will say like good job or something like that. How many gold keys do I have? I have 1 gold key. You have to kill Alrida that turn? Yep, I have to kill Alrida. And I can't stall because we stay 2 turns on stage 1. So let's try it again. Going to try and keep Super Bomb on Boa and Sanji. But does that actually matter? Okay, but Boa, Sanji, and Katakuri. Otherwise, I can just try and get Super Bomb on all of them. We can try and do that. It might take a few resets, but let's try it. When will the next Grand Voyage come out? If it doesn't come out next month, I will be seriously salty, so let's hope for that. Like, there's been some theories why we had such a long Grand Voyage break. Usually what they do is that for Grand Voyage, they drop it with the Super PvP finals, but during the anniversary months up to Gear 5, it wasn't really in sync to the normal schedule. Sometimes we had double Super PvP, sometimes we had 2 normal PvP in a row. So now I hope that until next Annie, it's Grand Voyage every 2 months, but obviously nothing guaranteed, but it's what I hope. Yeah, they messed up a bit around Annie with Grand Voyage. And I've said it many times before, like, if we can get Grand Voyage 1 month, the next month Arena, and keep doing that, like, if they do that, I will be satisfied. I think they should do both every month, but we have to start somewhere, so... Like, this month it should have been an Arena, like, when we got that data download with Anne and Bullet, I was like, please let one be Arena, please, but... Sadly, both PvP rare recruit, and that's like garbage. The bullet ship, 30 game ship, garbage. Could have been a forest. Like, just disappointing. Stampede really got disrespected. I'm pretty sad about that. I was really hoping for a Kisuna Stampede. Now it will probably be film red, I think. But yeah, let's try and do this again. We go. And okay, for this time we're going to aim for all Super Bomb, because why not? Okay. Might take a few resets to get 4 Super Bomb, but let's do it. That's the opposite of what I wanted. I didn't want to fork for Alice's sword. I wonder how much investment... Oh, now I see. Jesus. No, it's not. Okay. I thought he had a level 150 JINBE, but it's a level 99 JINBE. But his Limit Break expanded, so a bit higher stats. Do I think Stanley Luffy will get a +4? Yeah, I'm pretty convinced of that, since he's the final movie legend left to not get a 6+ that isn't film red, and then they can save the film red 6+ for whatever movie we get next after this. I don't think we will get a lot of movie stuff after this month for a long time. Do we try this? Let's just try this. Sure. Like, killing this stage without a Psy Orb is also pretty rough. One thing I wonder is if we can save JINBE. We do have a chain boost, right? So, the problem is that JINBE gets locked. That's so dumb. And we can't swap them because we need Luffy's support. I guess we try it. We're committed. It's a shame that JINBE is just one turn. Like, JINBE's special is so bad compared to a lot of Simro legends. I don't think this will work because Karakuri is the highest stats in the end, so him not doing any damage is bad. Let's see how it goes. I could always unevolve my 6+ Gear 5 Luffy, but I don't want to do it all the time. Like, I did it for my own Grand Voyage Smoker team, but now I evolved him again for a Grand Party, so... another option is to build up chain on Aloida and then one-shot the mobs. We could try that, then we don't waste a lot of damage. So if we do... let's just try it. If I do... Karakuri. Sometimes I'm actually good at this game. That worked perfectly. Okay, we made it. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that was very clutch. Like, sometimes, like that's what you have to do when you're stuck in these very hard Grand Voyages. You have to try and mess around with the tap timing a bit. Okay, what do we do now? Well, we do have the 2-turn attack boost now. So we can just use Sanji to extend it to 3 turns. And we also buff it, so we will have a really good attack boost for final stage. 2.8 times attack. So, yeah. And then we of course use Luffy here. We get extra damage with the Call Affinity, and we absolutely need this Beppo. We need that beneficial orb. So yeah, this should be no issues at all to kill. Maybe I should have tried to get a bit more healing. But let's see how much damage you take here. Okay, that's fine. Now pray to not get Resilient Sockets. Okay, good, we died. It's fair to say good we died, but yeah, we want to die here. Okay, we still have the attack boost, we have the ore boost. Boa will give color affinity and the delay conditional. And yeah, thankfully we have a big attack boost because we had 3 units who will do not that much damage thanks to not having color affinity from Boa. So I think we start on this guy. Or do we start on Tashigi? I'm honestly not sure how to tap here. But we should have pretty good damage, so... let's start on Tashigi and see what happens. We'll do that for this turn. So Khalifa into JINBE, into Karakuri, and then the middle row. Okay. Okay, this will work. GG. We will probably die here, but I'm not doing that again. Yeah. But yeah, then you just need a resilience proc, and it works. So, great team by Akainu. That's my trying that team. Might revisit concepts like that for the future. That was pretty fun. But yeah, I've been streaming for 50 minutes now. That was like the only real plan I had today. Sadly, I can't do any PKA either. I used up my runs. I've done some prep work. I made some Zoro teams. He's actually really good for this Pirate King adventure, so this is the best team I made. It will go up on Saturday, I think. I've scheduled it for. So in right now actually 2 solo teams have gone live for me. Should I maybe put them live after the stream, but whatever. So 2 solo teams have gone up. This is the 3rd I made. I'll let it go up on Saturday or so. And this is really good team. This does exactly well, it does well over 2 billion damage, and you don't need super tandem or anything, so this is a very good team. But it does need level 150 Luffy. This is a treasure map Luffy, needing to be level 150. And Momo support is not needed, but you do need this shopper. And you can replace the Frankie with the cat. The treasure map recruit cat can also be used, something like that. One cool find that people realized versus Pirate King Adventures is that you can actually use healing support to remove the stun, since you have the healing conversion thing. Q&A Hemi farming, that's the plan actually. I just thought I'd talk about this when we're on it anyway. But yeah, I was thinking of doing some Hemi farm, and we can chill a bit. I'll probably do this for like 20-30 minutes. Like, it depends on how interested people are in this. I've been farming quick a bit. I guess I'll do a bit of decks. I'll try and get so I have a bit of all of them. But yeah, I have to start Hemi farming more. So that might be a recurring thing in my future streams. Just getting an excuse to Hemi farm. But while I Hemi farm, we can also try and discuss potential stuff I can do in future streams too. It's good if you think it's good content. So it's just a bit weird to do this, like, do I just wait for people to ask questions, or do I try and keep talking? Well, after I practice it, it will probably work out. Alien said Poison Socket and Resilience Socket, this team is crazy. Well, if you want to see even more crazy, how about Resilience Socket twice in one team? You can check out my own level 5 smoker team for that. So the Akainu team definitely better than the team I made, but I will say that at least mine didn't have Katakuri. It's the only team without Katakuri, so that's been a goal for me for basically since Forrest made his teams. And yeah, you should definitely give Forrest a sub. I'll try and find his channel and post it in chats. You should definitely, he has very few subs, but he makes great teams, and I have a feeling he will make more and more now. YouTube, OPTC Forest. Let's see if I can find him. Otherwise I have to go through Discord, I think. There's a lot of other people you should definitely subscribe to, but I can't really push everything at once. Here is, I posted the Forest channel, give that a sub. He has made the best teams for level 5 smoker. He's basically the one who's come up with all the strats. Like, the team I used, Akainu came up with a lot of cool ideas, definitely, but like, the groundwork for that team is still by Forrest, so he's done a great job. And as said, he will soon have the 3rd team up for Grand Voyage Arlong, and it's a very cool team using Katakuri and Oven. And it also uses the Coated Sunny as a ship. That's not a meme, that team requires the Coated Sunny level 12, like, that's just crazy. But I actually helped a bit with that team, but yeah, it could have been me posting that, but I don't have any Super Cola, and even if I had Super Cola, I'm not sure I want to use them on the Coated Sunny, even if it's a great ship. Prediction for New Year's Legends. Yes, we can talk about that. I have a lot to say about that, but let's look at some other questions first. Is a Momo better? Nope. Marco is strictly better since Momo's special takes forever. And yeah, it's end of turn damage as well, so not that great. Hot take about the game. Oh, I have a lot of hot takes. I think we'll just take them as they come. I'm gonna go to stream anything except for OPTC. Maybe. Like, I bought the Elgato HDX 60 and it's basically optimized for all the consoles, so I might stream some Switch stuff if there is demand. Like, the problem with YouTube is that they want you to really focus on one particular thing. I'd already like to do non-OPTC stuff, but that basically will not get any views since everybody subbing to me is subbing for OPTC. But again, streaming is a bit different. So we'll see either if I stream some other stuff to this or if I use a secondary channel, like I can still promote it on my Discord, but then I wouldn't have people sub to me but not on the Discord seeing it in their feeds. I don't know. Is there any advantage to using iOS or Android? I think the main advantage is that iOS is just better in general, like more straightforward. But I never used Android. The only thing I know is that Android has something called a back button that is really broken in stuff like Treasure Map. Like, if you get a pop-up or anything, you can just press back and it removes it. Like, that's super broken. But Android users are very compelling in saying that apart from that, Android sucks, and I'm not sure if that's copium on their part or if it's actually the truth, but that's the only thing I know about iOS versus Android. How many gold keys do I have? Only one. I've been using a few of them. How are you doing? I'm actually doing fine. This is working pretty well. Like, one thing I've realized when doing live streams is you definitely need some kind of plan. You can't wing it, so that's good to know for the future. I want a new Lufisaurus Switch unit. I'd be content with just a 6+ personally. Let's go back, and then it's Dexkai the 6+. Yeah. I feel like the train has sailed, but at the same time, they have to do it sometime, right? It's going to be weird to... Now when one is over, we're going to do tons of 1 or 6+ units, so... Who knows, maybe they changed arc with some of them, like Lufisaurus 6+, for example, could become a like Edhead Lufisaurus. Who knows? They could maybe do something like that. But let's go back to New Year, because people are asking for hot takes, and I do have some hot takes for New Year. Like, for me, my prediction and wishes for New Year is definitely cross guild. Like, usually for New Year we get 3 legends. It's like the only event that still uses that for Super Sugo. And cross skill is just perfect. You get the Super Sugo Buggy, you get Super Sugo Crocodile, Super Sugo Mihawk. 3 legends, you can give one of them Final Tap, one of them can get Super Tandem, one can get the Rush. Like, it just works perfectly, and I also think it's like the one thing for New Year that they can actually hype people up with. Because sure, I guess that by New Year maybe they've started a bit with Egghead. I don't really know the timeline. But like, are they going to do like Super Sugo Lilith? Like, will people really care that much about that? I don't know. I feel like next head is going to be so much Egghead anyway. We don't really need to start right away. Am I caught up with the manga? Yes, and I will often talk about manga stuff if people ask. So, yeah. Maybe I should do stop spoiler warnings in the future, but yeah, we'll see. I'm not really shy about talk. Like, for me, it's not really spoilers. Like, manga should be the default, really. I really agree with JP on that. About anime not being spoilers, really. You can talk about anything. Ooh. Should I got a glass of water? Maybe I go and do that in a bit. Why not duping cap for turtles? Mainly because it's slower. And then it's like, what are you playing this content for? Like, let's just take a look at what we get. Let's take a look at the rewards we get now. Yeah, okay, let's say we get a dupe now. Sure, the one dupe we will want is the JINBE, but it's just a 25% chance that we get the JINBE dupe. Most of the time we will just dupe the useless manuals. Usopp is not worthless, but not a big deal either, at least to me. So, very small chance to get what you want, and if we don't get what we want, it will be an extra animation for the dupe, so that makes every round take a bit longer. And on top of that, we get less experience, and experience is, for me personally, a more extra value to get extra than getting extra dupes, so that's... Well, I don't have an Namikrina. Of course, Namikrina will be more valuable than Buggy, but Buggy should also work. Like, I'm relying mostly on the Sailor tap timing thing here, so running the same team with Buggy should work as well. Maybe a bit slower, sometimes you don't kill in one hit, but it should work. Yeah, you think it's spoilers? Yeah. I think it's fair to give a warning before talking about stuff like that. I forgot about it, but for me, it's not a big of a deal. Like, the majority of people into One Piece already know about everything that happens in the manga. Very few people care about the anime, or care about anime as in spoilers. I actually agree with Grand Line Review about that. Like, I know a lot of people don't like him. I don't really watch his One Piece videos a lot. I love his secondary channel where he talks about random stuff about YouTube and some other stuff, and his point is basically that a lot of the time the people being upset about spoilers are people being upset on behalf of others. It's very rarely people avoiding spoilers for anime getting upset, it's people getting upset for them, and for me I agree with him, that's pretty messed up. When is the Blitz happening? Less than a day from now. I guess it's like 21 hours, 40 minutes, I think. Not entirely sure. I did say I was going to stream for Blitz. We'll see. It will probably not be right away. I have some stuff I have to do before then that I had forgotten. I'm getting a haircut, for example, and I'm going to shave today. So going to look better tomorrow. But I also have some other stuff I have to do, so I'll be a bit late, and depending on how I feel, maybe not a stream at all. I will definitely do some stream during the Blitz, but if not tomorrow, then maybe Saturday, probably. Teching the GOAT. My GOAT is Randy Troy. He's even working on the live action now, that's so cool, like being an OPTC YouTuber and then getting hired to actually be on the live action. Well, his real job involves working with movies. It's not that out of the blue, but still very cool to be able to work on something you love. But I don't really watch a lot of OPTC YouTubers. My most wanted 6+. That's a good question. Let's see on the Discord here. There's a command for units who don't have a 6+. One plan I have for the future, by the way, is to have... I need to set up so I can swap between OPTC and like my browser. So then I could bring up stuff like that and we can look together. But yeah, I need to see a list of units without 6+ to see what I think. One I come up with now out of the blue is V1 Hawkins. I think they could go crazy with a 6+ there, so I like that. he will be pretty cool with a more modern kit in general. Will I come up with accessible teams on stream? Well, my idea if I do stream, like, at least if I stream tomorrow, Saturday depends, like, if I stream on Saturday, it will probably just be a farm stream. But on Friday, then yeah, I definitely build teams live. I probably want one team I know works before going live, so I have some idea. It will feel weird for me to figure it out all at once. Oh, Stampede Luffy. But yeah, I'm already assuming that we're getting Stampede Luffy this month. But yeah, I like him a lot. I've used him a bunch. Like, the thing is that I just play this game a lot more than most people do. And the way I play is not like other people play a lot. Like other people play a lot, they spend a lot of times farming resources or playing events non-stop. Well, I've done that before as well, but nowadays most of my time is actually using units. So I also have a hard time seeing talk like, oh, this unit, well, they've never seen any use, and I'm like, I've used them a lot, but then I always remember like, I actually play the game. But then I can't really blame other people because a lot of the content I do play is old content or making variations for the same content. And maybe I wouldn't do that if it wasn't for like YouTube, but yeah, the whole YouTube side of things is definitely a big reason I even am so invested in the game. Like without that, I'd probably be a bit more casual as well. Like I legit enjoy playing the game when we get stuff. The team building is very fun. So yeah, I'm not sure. I would love V2 Shanks. Hey Anthony. V2 Shanks, sure. Really cool. I don't think he will be getting a cool 6+, like doing a lot of new stuff, but doing what he does even better will be good enough. Definitely a lot of stuff they could do with him. Team building, live on stream would be cool. Yeah, that's the things I have to consider for the future. Like, for the future I could do, like, I could just boot up around on Wednesday. Let's say PKA started on like Monday, and we could just like, okay, let's try and build some teams. I probably have some things in mind, but I could get feedback from you guys. Maybe you give me ideas. So we're going to try stuff like that. And I'm obviously going to try like the treasure map, do one stream where I farm a bit, Kizuna one stream where I play a bit, like stuff like that. We'll see. In terms of when I will stream, like basically the way my life works is that my main house is like a 25-minute bicycle ride from my work, and very close to my work is my secondary house where I am right now. So I could be here every day if I wanted, but next to my primary house I have a bathhouse with swimming pool and everything, and that is how I exercise. I swim, so I do try and return there several times a week. So that's my primary place, but on every Tuesday at least I always want to sleep here, get a little bit break from swimming, stuff like that. Having very close to work is like 5 minutes with a bicycle from here. So Tuesdays is a good day to stream from that perspective. The other perspective is that most events drops on Wednesdays. This is the day before events, so. But we'll see, like, I won't have work every Friday, so if there's some Friday where I don't have any work, then maybe I can do some streams then too of events, like, we'll see. I'm trying to take it a bit easy in the beginning, like, you can't believe how relaxed I feel like knowing that there's no Streamlabs I have to deal with, no notifications, no stuff like that, that it's just me playing a game, a stream, chat, text, like, that's well enough for me right now. 30 minutes onto GP, yeah, as said, I won't be live when GP drops, need to get home to my brother's birthday. So you will have to wait for a video for me for Grand Party. Otherwise, like, maybe some Grand Party streams in the future, I don't know. Like, I get pretty salty by that mode, so... I don't know. I know Stump streams it sometimes, but... I'm pretty happy with my current coverage of Grand Party. I just upload my paddles and that's it. How I'm doing with GP? I won everything, like, of my last 9 games. 8 of them have been free leads. I've had very chill. I will probably face a Gear 5 this second day, but I can just pray that the luck continues. I have a Gear 5 150 Luffy team, not sure if Xiao minds me sharing. I'm pretty open to sharing in general. I don't have any rules. The problem is that if you don't have rules, people can come and start abusing them. But for now this is pretty chill and not too many people. We had quite a lot in the beginning. I imagine it will be good for streams in the future to start with some interesting stuff and then end with more chill things like this. Let's see how many viewers we have right now. $42? Yeah, I'm just surprised. I wasn't sure, like, will I have 10, 20, 30, so we had a lot more earlier when it was more interesting with Grand Voyage Smoker and stuff. Now it's not as interesting, now it's just me farming while talking. Warrior farming experience. I am not actually farming experience, I'm farming Himes for level up, and experience is a bonus. As we talked about earlier, you can choose 2 bonuses when farming Himes. You either farm for experience or you farm for extra drops with Buggy or Nami Karina. And in my opinion, experience is the better deal, so I farm experience. And also I have quite high levels, so it's a fun side thing to see the level go up slowly. It will be fun to hit level 2000 sometime, but to get realistic I need to farm more regularly. I've been... Like, I tell myself I've been lazy, but I'm not really lazy. Like, I put out more OPTC content than most others, and I have a work, so there's not much time after that. So. But, yeah. Will this be your normal stream time? When I stream after work, the stream will probably start like in 2 hours from now. It's probably when I will usually start. This week is a bit of a special case for me because it's a week off for teachers in Sweden, so I don't have any job now. Usually I will work at this hour. But yeah, in the future, streams will start a few hours after this. Burning out? Yeah, it's real. A lot of people quitting. But personally, as I said before, a big reason I can stay motivated is thanks to the YouTube. Like, it's a big deal being able to do things you have fun with and getting a lot of positive feedback from people. Like, there's some bad feedback too, but I say the positive way more outweighs it. And like, normally now when I put out stuff, I know that probably at least 500 people will watch it, often about 1000, and sometimes I can get even higher. And yeah, it just feels so surreal for me, especially when I compare to my real job, which is not that many people, but for me, of course, more meaningful. And then we have this side thing that attracts a lot more people, but it's just for fun, really. So I'm enjoying myself, but if I didn't have YouTube, I would probably not enjoy myself as much. Like, even before starting the YouTube, I loved making weird teams and sharing them and stuff like that. So it was basically natural that I got onto the YouTube train eventually. How much experience do you have at your level? I have no idea. Doesn't it show it after you do runs? I'm definitely not used to talk for such a long period. I've been live for a bit over 1 hour. Like, I feel like sometimes I can talk for 20 minutes when I do a video, and I still feel a bit tired after that. So this is even more. Thankfully, I do train like this as a teacher, so I'm kind of used to talking for prolonged periods. But yeah, I did a rookie mistake too and not bring any water, and I've been considering going and grabbing some, but then I'm thinking like, I'm only going to stream a bit longer, so I can take it. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. I really can't imagine streaming several times a week. Like, I feel that will kind of make it lose its charm, to me at least. But at least once a week should be good enough. You know, there's a world outside of the US. Yes, I don't think I even talked about US. I don't live in the US. Maybe you're talking about earlier messages about stream times. And yeah, basically I'm going to pick stream times that work for me, and I'm not really going to adapt it for other people, which can be a shame for them, but that's just how life is. Like, at least we will have VODs. That's also one thing I have to look at, like what happens with VODs when I stop streaming. Oh yeah, I can do that after this run. Oh, it's Westeros? Yeah, I remember that name. Good to see you. There's no way I'm going to remember that you're Westeros, just so you know, and don't take it personally later. As I've said, I'm horrible with names. There we go. Oh, you can check berries like this too. I didn't know that. So that's actually good information for me. The thing is that when there's so many numbers like this, I just get confused in my head. So what I usually do when I farm berries is that I post a picture of my berries in my Discord and ask, does this look good enough? Do I need to farm more? Like, it's not like I'm bad at math or anything, but yeah, I just can't be bothered to put in the effort all the time, I guess. Like, I am inherently a very lazy person. That might sound very weird considering that I work full time and all the videos I upload, that's a lot to juggle, but it's because I have the routine now. I know that I'm doing it. Like, if I take any break, that routine will break and it will be very hard to get back into it. So that's also one reason why it's very important for me to have a lot of filler stuff ready. Like, right now I have like 10 videos ready to upload at any time. So if I ever want to take a break or I get sick, I don't have to think about this channel for a bit. So yeah, that's my strat at least, and it has been working. So I should be good now until New Year. Yeah, there's a lot I don't know about OPTC, but it's pretty rare now. Like, I remember starting the game, like, you learned so many new stuff all of the time, but now it's not that common. It's often very obscure stuff, often related to new Grand Voyage or Pirate King adventures. Like yesterday, for example, I learned about the stun together with the no healing debuff. Like, it's pretty obvious when you think about it, but when something happens for the first time, if you don't know what I'm talking about, like in Pirate King Adventure right now, above level 80, the friend captain gets stunned. You need to remove it. Usually remove it by taking damage, so maybe a support like Pudding, or a special that makes you take damage. But you have the debuff there that punishes healing by taking damage. So actually using a support like Vivi to heal HP final stage will remove the stun. So that's something that, like, as I said, it's obvious when you think about it, but that's still something you need to learn and consider for the future. Still very obscure, of course, but some nice tech. Hey, I'm just happy that people are interested. I'm happy to answer it. Like, as long as you don't ask me to do certain stuff, like, you can always ask nicely, of course, but you just asked about stream time, so it's fine. Yeah, bug stalling is great. I know there's a lot of haters, but bug stalling, one of the greatest mechanics in the game. Feel free to ask me about that. But yeah, it's really good, and sure, it is problematic in Kizuna in particular. I don't know if you know about this, but some alliances abuse bug stall to, like, I think you know that you can use bug stall yourself to get very high level in Kizuna without spending a lot of potions. But what some people do, like, they decide that we want this member to get very high in Kizuna. Then they can let the other alliance members do the bug stall zombie teams for them with assist. Like, for me, that's crazy. Like, I can't consider this. I will say that my current alliance TRA had some who offered it, and they are very clear with you don't have to zombie bug stall for others. But I made it, like, my stance on that, which I've told others, is that I will never ask anyone to do this for me, and I will never do it for anyone else. Like, I will say that when during World Cruise, I did bug stall in Kizuna quite a bit, which is what helped me get my high rank as well. But basically, in the end, Bandai can stop it. You know, immunity, it usually says 99 turns. All they have to do to stop the Kizuna bug stall is to make it say 99 plus. Like, Bandai knows this. They did this before. Then they suddenly stopped doing it. Like, it's a very easy thing to do to stop bug stalling. But yeah. The crazy thing to me with bug stalling as well is that Bandai, you know that Bandai has started to learn that people actually try to bug stall. Like Grand Voyage, is it Zoro or Mihawk? I always mix them up. I think it's Zoro. They made it so hard to bug stall. Like, it took us so long to figure out a strat to bug stall. It ended up being the Law together with V2 Big Mom to have a lot of recovery bind, and then use Law super type to heal. That's basically how you can bug stall there, but it took so long to figure out a strat to bug stall. Like, they did everything to stop it there. So they are aware of it, but it's pretty clear that they are going to pretend it doesn't exist. Nobody's getting punished for bug stalling. It's technically against the rules, but apart from Kizuna, like, every use of bug stall is for the greater good of the community, so yeah, I mean, it's bad. At the same time, everybody can bug stall and zombie, but of course that's not the most fun either. It's not intended. On the other hand, bug stalling Kizuna means that it doesn't become a competition of who has the most potions. But at the same time, like, this and that, like, if I could choose it in Kizuna, just make it 99 plus turns and you can't bug stall zombie. I'd be happy if they kill zombie altogether. I know some disagree there, but I really dislike zombie. My goal for the Blitz, to play as little as possible. Like, I don't like Blitz in general, but if I have the badge, I'm happy trying to get a good ranking. But this time with no badge, there's no motivation. I'm probably not going to be in the main TRA alliance. It's mostly for my sake, because I hate getting carried by others. I'd rather play with others who want to take it chill. So we'll see where I end up. So my main goal is just to make some teams for people. That's my only goal for this Blitz. And getting all of the rewards, I guess that's 100k points. Probably a lot of playing with this low boost. I don't think I've ever had this low boost in a Blitz before, so that will be interesting. But yeah. I think there's a good chance that Bandai will stop this strat in Grand Party. It's a shame that it will probably happen, but yeah, I'm pretty sure they will. The question is when. Will they stop it already next month, or will it be with the next major update? Like, who knows about that? But yeah, it will probably happen. Which is a shame, because it does help the community a lot. I still don't really like the RNG aspect, since some people get lucky, like me. Like, I've definitely been lucky with my matches, but some have not been lucky. And next time it will be me who don't get lucky, and then you inevitably get salty about not getting lucky too, and having to fight like Gear 5 instead, so... Yeah, you're fine to ask, to add people. I won't be adding anyone here, and that's not to be mean. It's just that I'd say ask Bandai to let me have more friends. Like, if I could have 500 friends, 1000 friends, I could add basically everyone. So ask Bandai then. Like, with only 200 spots, it's very hard to fit people. Thanks. I didn't come up with the GP strat, by the way. Like, the interesting thing about the GP strat is that we've known for a long time that there was probably some way it worked. I think the issue was that we swapped teams. Not many thought about changing captains. So then we know that some said they knew they could swap, but then we also knew most of the time it didn't work, so it was like, how does it work? But then last Grand Party people started to figure it out. I know a lot from TRA, my alliance, figured it out. I don't know if it was them or if they come from someone else, but it's great that they did. And I started making people aware, and I know that Toad as well has. I've seen a few of his videos. I'm sure Stump has talked about it a lot, but I don't watch a ton of Stump videos. It's not been talked about at all on the JP side. JP refused to talk about stuff like that. I'm just fascinated in general by JP community creators' stance on things. Yeah, I mean, I've definitely had some influence in making people change their their leader in GP. Like, the way it works in this community, like, if you talk about the bigger content creators, like, I'm the only one who's basically has some interest and connection to, like, the more grindy content. Like, I know Stump's Alliance can do doing Kizuna and stuff, but, like, I have a lot of great achievements personally, and I have a lot of close ties to most alliances, with one exception of course. But yeah, I'm able to pick up on a lot of this stuff. That's also why I made a video on the Korean situation, which I talked about before, because I was made aware of it, so I talked about it. So it's just nice to be able to spread awareness for stuff. Patreon for friendly spots. Oh, that sounds evil. But yeah, definitely. I'd say that friendly spot should be a higher tier, because, like, imagine getting like let's just say I get 100 Patreons. Like, I don't know how feasible that is. Like, I haven't even looked at that yet. Like, imagine having to force 100 people. What if I get even more than that? Like, I have to delete close friends. So, but yeah, it's something to keep in mind. Yeah, as said, a lot of my games are from saving, but also from buying games. A lot of people think I'm not pulling because as a statement to Bandai or something, but as I've said, in general, I am decently happy with the game. Obviously, there's a lot I don't like, but not to the point where I feel like I need to boycott. So the only reason I'm not pulling is so I can pull more later. I want to pull for New Year, I want to pull for Global Annie because of the World Cruise event, and I want to pull for Annie. And if I pull now also, like, I won't have games to pull for all of that. About the new Zephyr Rumble recruit, I think you mean Bullet, right? Bullet looked pretty bad, and looked okay maybe, but definitely not a high priority Sugo. I'd skip it even if I wasn't pulling. No, I let me add them. Like, if you're new, you need to have some patience. There's definitely an issue with new players, like having somewhere to go and such. It takes some time to get used to, like... I have a hard time to give advice about that. Something you have to think about, like, in general, my content isn't the most catered to newcomers. It's not like I have a disinterest, but I already put so much time in it, and adding even more for newcomers will be like a secondary account, and I just don't have the work for that. Yeah, I definitely wait to get a chopper friend before doing that. The only advice I can give is to try and get as many friends as you can. Keep asking everybody you can. Keep checking your friend list if the people you've added actually plays, and delete them if they don't, and just keep doing that. Curating your friend list is a very big part of this game that you can't ignore. And if you end up having a lot of people, there are some captains you will always find. Chopper, you will always find Marco. So, yeah, that will be a big help. And it won't be long until you have a chopper either. But yeah, people, it has been a lot of fun. I'll do maybe 2-3 runs more, and then I'm going to call it a day for my first stream. I've been live for 1 hour 30 minutes, so I'm pretty happy with that. Going to take a bicycle ride home and get some exercise, and then we're going to celebrate my brother's birthday. And yeah, probably not so much OPTC for me today. I'm going to do my Grand Party battles, of course. They will be up tomorrow morning. Then I need to fix some stuff ahead of the Blitz. I will probably make sure I have a working team for Blitz. And then I might go live. I can't promise I will stream tomorrow. My goal is to stream tomorrow, but I won't force myself if I don't feel it. But either tomorrow or Saturday I will probably stream. But as said, you can't expect me to stream several times each week. Like, this is a special case since I'm free this week. And I spent a lot of time being able to stream. Like, this has been a month-long process. Not like I work on it every day. I work on it when I feel like it. But yeah, I finally got everything I needed. But like, if you take the list, like, I bought a gaming PC. Or like, stream PC, I guess. Or laptop. I need a laptop because I have to be able to move it. I can't buy a big stationary PC with my living situation. Then I had to buy the capture card, and I had to buy connecting cables for that capture card. I had to buy a mic, so this has been a big investment. But yeah, it's a long time coming, and long term I can make content like this too. Like, one of the goals shortly is to get a better overlay. Like, I think it's fine for now, but I like it to look a bit more OPTC-ish. And I will also think about maybe streaming some other stuff. One thing I love to stream next year is the Apollo Justice collection. I'm a big Ace Attorney fan. It's my favorite game, so that will be super fun. But yeah, we'll see if there's any interest for that. And yeah, I'm happy you guys enjoyed the stream. I also had a lot of fun. It went as good as it could have been, I feel like. My living situation, my primary house, I don't have my own room. It's a very spacey house, but it doesn't have a lot of rooms. So I enjoy living there. It's just that there's no way I can stream from there. Like, I can record my own videos since I just need a bit of a time myself, but I can't sit for myself for like hours and hours. And in this house, like, I'm not going to be here all the time, and I want to be able to use my PC at my primary house too, so I had to get a laptop just so I can move it between positions. I'll probably keep my recording stuff here, like the Elgato and stuff, just so I don't have... Like, I feel like if I bring them back and forth, they might get tangled and such. And yeah, do join my Discord, especially if you are passionate about team building and stuff like that. Newcomers joining my Discord, I will usually direct them to the subreddit Discord, since there's a good question chat there, but we do have some nice people, of course, that are willing to help, but I usually focus my helping in the videos I make rather than helping out on Discord and such. But yeah, I think I'll call it a day there. I need to get a drink. Starting to get tired. I'm not used to talking this long. Oh, the stamina also ran out. I had no idea. That's a pure coincidence. But yeah, we did some good job there. I guess I can sell before ending. I'm pretty happy with my speed with selling. I got a good strat for it. I've been thinking about making a video about this. Like, I like doing random funny filler videos about stuff. And as you see, this is a pretty good selling strat. It works good as long as you don't have a lot of random stuff showing up. Like now I can't use the same strat anymore. Now I just have to wing it. Otherwise I like to scroll to the bottom, because it keeps scrolling up a bit when you sell. Yeah, this is some good quality content. But yeah, it's good. Like, this is the worst part of farming for me, having to sell these. It's such a bother. Don't like it at all. But yeah, that's that done. Very happy to have some extra box space now, thanks to the expansions. We have 200 more space now. Like, having almost 600 free space is a blessing for me. But yeah, I'm going to end it now. Basically exactly when I thought about stopping, so that's cool. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you next stream, I guess. But yeah, see you next time.